Many of you guys don't know, it is Deaf History Month, so I'll be sharing with you guys some of my most unhinged experiences as a deaf person in college. So starting off strong, I used to be an engineering major, and one of the classes I had to take was differential equations, and my professor, you could tell he did not like my interpreters. He never complained until the end of the semester when one of my interpreters had to interpret through Zoom, and my hearing aids just beeped. Towards the end of the semester, one of my interpreters had to interpret through Zoom because she was sick, and we already emailed him, so he knew what was up. And this class I had to show up for because it was final review. It was the most important class. The thing I forgot to mention is because one of my interpreters was interpreting on Zoom, it is really hard to hear someone just like walking around the classroom and speaking. So my professor had to wear this microphone, and it didn't go inside his ear, it went around his ear. So just remember that. And of course, my professor refused to wear that microphone. So it was a little scrabble, like back and forth for 15 minutes until my professor told me in front of the whole class I was holding up the whole class. Anyways, story number 2. I was in this one class during summer, and my professor at that time was weird. He was the type of professor that would not share his PowerPoint slides, and he also would write his name in like these big letters across the page for the test, and you couldn't even see the test. Anyways, those slides had a lot of information and pictures that my interpreters need to know, and it's better for interpreters to have the PowerPoints beforehand so that they can practice and be prepared for that class. And engineering is already difficult to learn, so imagine having to interpret in 2 languages. So my interpreter started just emailing my professor constantly like, hey, do you mind sharing the PowerPoint? It got to a point where my professor told me to go with him alone into his office without my interpreters to talk with him. He literally told my interpreter, don't come with us. Like, I got weird vibes from him. Anyways, I ended up going to his office alone. Basically, he told me how I'm stressing him out because my interpreters continue to email him about these PowerPoints and he is not going to share them. The other thing that bothered me is he showed me someone else's disability document and told me that he's stressing him out too. I have other stories too, so let me know if you want me to share.